Alright, I said we'd record a character breakdown for the Toma workshop character because I was working on one and then I said, man, this is kind of stiff and boring and I don't want to, like, I don't want to upload a video to my YouTube channel that is the equivalent of stale bread. The Toma character. I have received a lot of questions. Apparently, the Steam page, not quite clear, so we're gonna talk about some of it. This is, this character took us like a year to make, like, holy shit. I think PK and I, first talked about this character in November of last year. So yeah, we'll just start with the obvious. The main mechanic, the hype meter. It's pretty fucking simple. You land a grab, you execute the grab, you get a charge of hype. And that, in turn, makes your grabs just a little bit better. So the back throw, in that case, goes just a little bit further each time. It's most notable with up throw and forward throw, where forward throw with no hype just kind of does that. But with increasing hype, he slides forward just a little bit more. To the point where at max hype, both forward throw and back throw will travel about the same distance. And Pop Buster will go all the way to top plat at max hype. It used to always go to top plat, but then we looked at it and we said, probably not. Next mechanic. It's we're calling it the Hardlight Matrix, but this is basically Potemkin's Gigantic-Eye. Shield moves forward, blocks all projectiles, and stuns the opponent on contact. Simple, easy peasy. If I got a second controller here, I would show you exactly what it would look like if it blocked a projectile. Surprise, I actually do have a second controller. As Sakurai would say, no, this is not how you're supposed to play the game. The Gigantic-Eye will block projectiles until it runs out of charges. It goes up to 3 charges. Just listen for the Rano flashing noises. And it will block up to 3 of those. But if you charge it and hold on to it, you'll notice the hype meter's a little highlighted. That is called the charge state. And when you grab someone, you get an enhanced throw. These throws are a lot stronger and will travel your opponent a great fair distance farther. As of one of the more recent complaints is the fact that you can just re-grab someone out of charge down throw. That might get looked at, honestly. That might not be okay. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So true, Amber. So true. So you got your neutral throw. Just a simple frame 6 grab. And you can back throw, you can forward throw, you can up throw, or you can down throw. Easy peasy. Though we're calling it the adaptive grab, you can call it neutral special grab. I don't care. Forward special. The Hardlight Rush. Believe it or not, this is the main command grab. This is a traveling grab that will take your opponent for a ride. The more hype you have, the farther this goes. And you can even take them off stage, which is really funny and it does not make anyone salty at all. You're allowed to take them for a certain distance until you hit around the blast zone. It can safely be DI'd out, but if they DI in, you can follow up with whatever the f*** you want. So yeah, it's more about reading your opponent, and this bot seems to only want to DI in. If we set him to DI out, then he is fine, unless he decides to use a jump like that. So it's really about putting your opponent in situations that's more beneficial for you. You just gotta be able to read your opponent at that distance. Something I forgot to mention about F Special is it also has a charge variation. You hit B again on the ground. You can stop it short and launch your opponent. It does not have as many follow-ups, but the launcher is actually mildly strong. Sends out a 75, I think. So you can choose to not take your opponent all the way to the blast zone and instead just like throw them out. And if they DI'd that, they'd still live. Up special, as we all know, is the power bomb. I think in the Steam page it's called the Hardlight Power Bomb. But if you go off stage with it, you get warped back to the center. Because I was told that move outright killing like a Ganon side is probably not a good idea. It does also have a charge version, which does significantly more knockback. Other notable moves, up tilt, funny Edalus up tilt leads into the up air command grab, which is endless up air, but it throws backwards. When I told PK about it, I'm like, hey, you know that one scene from Dragon Ball? It was one of the Broly movies where like Broly grabs Videl by the leg and just like fucking whips her into a lake. Yeah, I want that. That's more or less what that is. I believe that's also a command grab in Fighters, but honestly, it's been so long since I played Fighters, I don't remember. The F smash is frame for frame, exact stats, Shovel Knight F strong. Up strong. It's like I don't remember what I originally told PK this was gonna be, but it's more or less like Inkling up smash from Ultimate. And down strong is big hitbox. Let's take a look at that hitbox. Let's take a big look at that big old hitbox. So that's the strong hitbox, and then it follows up with two very large weak hitboxes. That's a significant amount of space. We got Luigi Nair. We got like a Mario Fair type thing. This the backwards haymaker for a bear good for combos and stuff. Dare is a repulsor, which fun fact, at some point in development, this was going to reflect projectiles. And you get the sweet spot if you hit it in the center. This move, while it does like pop you upward, completely negates the momentum change if you hit ball it, which means you can get some really funny combos off of it. So that's for anyone who says this move feels weird, my suggestion is to hit it and hit ball it, because it feels so good. Not for your opponent, but for you. Taunts. Because I don't think many people have like discovered a lot of the taunts, I'm gonna go over them. You got your hat swipe across the knee, and then you've got the pocket taunt, where it will summon a random joke from the channel. Comical. Use this taunt by holding parry and pressing the taunt button. Easy as that. But what you can also do is while the character is digging around in his pocket, you can hold a direction for a specific one. Forward special has its own unique taunt. So if you hold special after forward special, you do some flips and land in a pose. Very, very funny. I'm a big fan of this taunt, actually. And I don't think many people have figured it out through normal gameplay, which is a shame. Very, very punishable, but you know, it's a very good taunt. I like it. I'm loath to show off the codex, but we do have codex in here. They were all written basically the night before the character came out, so they're not the best, and they are going to get rewritten. But by holding down and taunting, you can activate the codex. And you can get Will, which is Space Toast, you can get Sprite Star, Equinox Doodles, or Amber Learner, and they'll come in and say some unique stuff. Not the best writing I've ever done in my life. It was like 3 in the morning. I just wanted to get some codex out there to show people that it does in fact have codex support. It'll be better at some point. Hey, editing Tom here. I did forget something while going over everything on stream. If you start a match and in the 3, 2, 1 press taunt, you'll get a Twitch chat over on the bottom left. It should start rolling in right about now. So yeah, that is coming up with a bunch of messages that were either made on the fly or were just Twitch messages that were really funny for some reason. And all the names are longtime subs, patrons, and or just like some of the top chatters over on my Twitch page. Shameless plug, shameless plug. So yeah, this is a cool little extra thing you can activate when you're starting a match. If you go near it, it'll fade out, so it won't like completely block your view of what's happening. Another thing I forgot to mention, this little button here, this turns on competitive mode. It doesn't change the stats or the balancing or anything, it just disables some of the extra stuff, like the Twitch chat code or the codex. Just extra stuff that would run per frame. This mode is if you are going to use this in a bracket for some reason, or if your computer can't handle party mode, which is what the other mode is called. And one more thing while we're on the subject of shameless plugging. This is the Patron Grappler skin. Longtime Twitch subs and patrons get specific skins for their tags. So say I wanted to be Kai, then there is a specific skin just for Kai. Or if I wanted to be Soup, then there is a specific skin just for Soup. So yeah, there's just little things here and there like that. Anyway, thank you all for watching the video. I'm currently editing it. I didn't really do a good job of making an outro while on the stream, but I just want to give one final thanks to Codesterite for doing the music, and PK King, of course, for doing all the art for the character. Honestly, this character looks fantastic. For Sprite Star for doing all the new channel branding that kind of got incorporated into this character in the stream layout you saw on the stream, and Crispy for all the extra code for like hit effects and stuff. This character would not have been possible without all of them. So huge props to them. They've done so much to make this character a reality. You'll find their links down in the description. But I hope this is a little bit more eye-opening. So yeah, thanks. I will real content coming soon, I swear.